What's going on, guys? Mikey here, and today we are making an outrageous funk song. But the catch is, I'm gonna be making that song in 1 hour. So I'm gonna set a timer, and we're gonna see, first of all, how far we can get in an hour, and how cool and groovy we can also make it given an hour's time constraints. All right, I am starting the timer right now. I think the first thing I gotta do in this hour is play some drums. Just gonna lay down a basic groove and we can change it later if we have to, but we are kind of in a rush here. So here we go. Yeah, I played it initially for the first time, and I rushed it too much that I couldn't even quantize it, so I think this one is good. All right, I want to emphasize that I also haven't written anything. I'm writing this song completely on the spot. And we're going to use the new John Mayer plugin that I just downloaded today. I'm running this thing on a free trial, so if you like the video, subscribe so I can buy it. And I have no time to go through this thing right now. Let's just use the presets. I guess I'm going through leads and stuff. Gravity lead, gravity clean. That's pretty funky. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that's cool. We're gonna double that. And we're gonna change the tone. So that was gravity clean. Let's try this ultra clean one. Yeah, I love that. Let's hard pan them too, really hard, as far as they go. It's time to get some bass in here. Bass, 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 bass. I think it's gotta be something like that. It's gotta be with the guitar part. It's gotta get there with it. Here we go. 3. That's it. Let's just try it again. That's it. I'm just rushing it. Rushing it. I have to do this in one more take. That's it. I have one more take to do this. This has to be the take. Yeah, this is pretty sick. All right, guitars and bass are in on this first section. I'm gonna get some keys in here, but I don't have time to really flesh out a really nice keys part. So whatever comes out, comes out. I don't know if that sounded right. I don't like the distortion on that. That's kind of cool. Let's loop it. No, I'm feeling like it needs a synth pad instead now. No, it needs something in the background. Something that kind of swells. That's close. What if that had a phaser on it, though? I think I'm onto something. A phaser on that? Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So now I'm feeling like after this section, we bust out into some sort of like melody on the guitar. Let's pull up another one of these John Mayer plugins and let's see if they have anything a little bit creative, a little bit fun. Something like in here, in these presets. That's pretty cool. All right, as much as I want to use that, I don't think it's quite the right. I just don't think it's the right tone for this. So let's keep going. This is hard. Why did I pick something with bends? In an hour time limit, why did I pick something with precise bends? Here we go. Come on, lock in. Let's go. Locked in and got it. All right. I want to like double that on like synth or another guitar, on like another tone here. Clearing. Yeah, so let's move this over here and put this one all the way over here and lower it down. I think I actually hit that. Let's listen to them together really quick. Yeah. So we're gonna spice up this section by adding a little tambourine in the beginning. Just trust. Just trust. That's dope. I think what we need to do here is come up with something that is like even funkier, like a bass break or just some really funky guitar riffage here, because it's starting to drift out of funk into more of like this ambient vibe thing. Even though the bass is slapping the crap out of the line, I still think we can get even funkier on the verse. So let's try to get funkier on the verse. I'm going to put down some really basic drums, and if we change them later, we change them later, but I can't play or write anything to no drum with a time constraint. All right, I'm going to start this on the bass. That way, the bass will lay down like the funky foundation, and then we can come in with guitars later. I think the beginning I did guitars first. Now we're going to do bass I think that's the take. I think that's the take. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play rhythm on this. And then after, we're going to go back in with another layer of guitar and play those licks that I just played. All that stuff. That's some tight rhythm playing. I'm going to put that on a new layer. And I'm just going to lower the distortion down a little bit. I think the gain. I think the gain is just a little too high. I could just maybe just lower this input down here. Now I'm going to add another rhythm track that's not doing crazy syncopated 16th stuff. Yeah, just think it needed a little bit of extra rhythm layering there. While we have the guitar here, I am going to do the licks. So what I mean by the licks is, well, I guess you'll see what I mean by the licks because I don't really have time to explain it given that I'm on the clock. Yeah, I'm able to play them pretty clean because they're my improvised licks. The section feels a little empty right now, though. Like, it obviously, like, probably needs some vocals. Well, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lead here at the end. Just because I think nothing is happening on the fourth pass. On the first pass, it's setting up for the section. Like, it's just introducing you to the section. Second pass, there's a lick. Third pass, there's a lick. Fourth pass, there is nothing. So I'm just going to put, like, some guitar stuff there. Like a That's cool. That's really cool. I'm going to do one more fresh section because I have about 20 minutes to do it. So I have about 20 minutes to do a fresh section in which I'm probably going to make it some sort of like bass, like slapping in between hits. Like you'll just trust. You'll see. There was no keys on that section, that middle section though. We might have to change that. Okay, I laid down the keys. There's some wrong notes in there, which I'm going to take out in Logic right now. Okay, I think that's all the wrong notes. All right, so now I'm going to do the like last section before I probably just take it back to the top. I'm going to play drums for this section, and then we're going to go in and do the bass, and we'll take it from there. Yep, I know I played one wrong note in there. There it is. All right, it's getting tight here. So I'm gonna put a bass line in here, like a slap bass line, in between the da-na, 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 and I think it should be. Can't rush it. Just gotta lay back. That's it. That's dope. Let's get rid of the shaker now to hear it. All right, so after that slap thing, it's going to go back to the intro, and then I think we just need to have a cool ending, like a hard-hitting ending to put a little bit of a bow on this thing. So if I have an extra 2 minutes after that, I'm going to put something really, really quick in the intro. Yeah, maybe like on the bass. Yes. Let's play drums on that real quick. Yep, and let's do that on guitar. Good. On this one, I'm going to do it like. then we're gonna do it on this. Yeah, that's the ending. Now let's just do that on the keys too. I crossed hands for that. I know I did that, but like that's just the only time I have left. The only thing that I have time for in the beginning is literally just putting a little drum. Ka-doom, down, da-da-da. It's all I have time for. It's all I have time for. All right, guys, we did it. I'm not gonna count mixing for this whole thing. So we're going to listen to it right now, but the actual version that you're going to be listening to is a version that I mix after this right now. But we're just going to listen to it, and you're going to get my raw reactions of how it came out in real time. And I'm not going to do any sort of musical stuff to this when I'm mixing it. Maybe I'll just do some fade-ins and some cuts and stuff, but I'm not going to replay anything. I'm certainly not going to like change any drum parts or guitar parts. We're only going to do mixing, so the version that you hear is just going to be a mixed version from what I'm listening to currently. But here we go. Let's check this thing out. Guys, that came out pretty good. Given the time constraint, like obviously I think a song like this probably needs vocals and obviously needs way more sections, but given 1 hour to get something like this down, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think we did a great job kind of crafting the whole thing, going from an A section to a B section, a little bit of an interlude, and then coming back to the intro. I think that was pretty solid. If you like what I'm doing here, please leave a like, a subscribe, and a comment down below. You have no idea how far that goes. And let me know what you want to hear next. Give me some ideas. I'm new to this whole thing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!